Her message popped up on my screen just as I was shutting my laptop for the night. Lena. Spa weekend with the girls. No signal there, so don't freak out if I go quiet, red heart. A smile tugged at my lips, then faltered. No signal. The phrase sat there, glowing blue, harmless yet oddly rehearsed. Like something pre-written. I stared at it longer than I should have. Then, without thinking, I typed back. Me. Say hi to Jake for me, winking face. I don't know what made me do it. Maybe instinct. Maybe the months of half-heard phone calls behind closed doors, the sudden perfume that wasn't hers, or the way she'd stopped asking me to pick her up after work. 3 dots appeared. Then vanished. And for the first time in our 7-year marriage, silence felt heavier than words. I sat in the dark living room, phone on the coffee table, replaying every small shift I'd ignored. The late nights at the office, the new underwear she said was for herself, the way she laughed, too softly, too shyly, when a text buzzed in her pocket. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But belief had started to feel like a lie I told myself just to breathe. The ceiling fan hummed above me, a steady rhythm against the thrum of my pulse. By midnight, she still hadn't replied. The next morning, I found myself scrolling through our shared calendar. Spa weekend Lena and girls was marked in cheerful pink. I clicked on the location. A resort 3 hours away. I opened maps, zoomed in. The resort had perfect cell coverage. My stomach turned. I told myself not to go down the rabbit hole, but curiosity has a cruel gravity. Within minutes, I was on social media, searching the names of her friends. No posts. No tags. Nothing recent. Then I saw it, Jake's story. A quick flash of an ocean view suite. A woman's hand on a champagne glass. Pale pink nails. My wife's exact shade. The video cut off before her face appeared, but it was enough. My chest felt hollow like the air had been vacuumed out. By noon I was driving. The highway stretched endlessly, the landscape blurring into heat and static. My phone buzzed twice. One from work, one from my sister. I ignored both. The only sound was the engine and the echo of her laugh inside my head. Somewhere between doubt and rage, I started rehearsing what I'd say when I saw her. Would I scream? Cry? Demand answers? Or would I just look at her, see the truth in her eyes and finally stop pretending we were okay? When I reached the resort, my hands were trembling. The receptionist smiled politely when I asked about Lena. Oh yes, she checked in yesterday afternoon, she said. With Mr. Andrews. Jake Andrews. I felt my throat tighten. Right, I managed. That's her coworker. The woman nodded, oblivious. They booked a couple's package. Private villa, ocean view. Something cracked inside me, quietly, almost gracefully. I walked out before she could finish, the air thick and salty against my face. There it was, Villa 7. Curtains half drawn. 2 wine glasses on the balcony table. I stood in the parking lot for a full minute, watching the sunlight catch on the rim of her glass. I could walk up, knock, confront them. Instead, I turned away. I drove to a cliffside overlook about a mile from the resort. From there, I could see the ocean shimmer endlessly, mocking me with its calm. I sat on a bench staring at the waves and let the numbness spread. My phone buzzed. Lena. Hey babe. Just got signal for a minute. Everything's amazing here, Redheart. Miss you. I laughed. A sharp, hollow sound that didn't belong to me. She was lying. Even now. Even when I'd given her every chance to tell me the truth. My thumb hovered over the screen. Then I hit record. The ocean behind me roared as I spoke, voice steady despite the quake inside. Hey Lena. Glad you're enjoying your weekend. I stopped by the resort to drop off your charger. You know, the one you said you forgot? The receptionist said you're in Villa 7. With Jake. I paused, swallowing the ache. You could have told me, Lena. I might have understood. But now, there's nothing left to understand. I ended the recording and sent it. Seconds later, she called. I didn't answer. That night, I checked into a small roadside motel. The kind with flickering neon signs and paper-thin walls. I lay on the bed staring at the ceiling, the phone glowing dim beside me. She called again. And again. Then came the messages. Please, it's not what you think. We just came to talk. You don't understand, please answer. Each one more desperate than the last. Then finally, I'm sorry. 2 words. Small, fragile, utterly meaningless. I turned the phone face down and closed my eyes. In the days that followed, I didn't tell anyone. Not my sister, not my friends. I went to work. I cooked dinner. I smiled when people spoke. But inside, everything was static. Sometimes I imagined her walking through the door, eyes wet, ready to explain. Other times I imagined Jake doing it, smirking, unapologetic. Neither happened. A week later, I received a delivery. A small box with my name scrawled in her handwriting. Inside was her wedding ring. No note. Just the cold metal of a promise that didn't survive the truth. I didn't reply. I drove back to that same cliff a month later just to see the ocean again. The waves still moved the same way, indifferent, endless. I thought of how easily love could vanish, not in a storm but in silence. In tiny lies, in phrases like "no signal there." And as the sun sank into the water, I finally whispered to no one, "Goodbye, Lena." The wind carried it away. And for the first time, I didn't want it back.